Okay, so let me show you how we can query the many-to-many data and maybe save the data for this kind of relation. So I will create a many-to-many crud.py file, and I'll start by importing a couple of things. I mean, we already did all of them in other videos. So I'll import the DB session decorator to handle the connection and the committing, the datetime from datetime, JSON, and I'll import also the faker module. So I'll create a function called fake categories, which accepts the categories entity and amount, which is default to 10. So each category type is a unique string, right? So we need to generate 10 that are unique. So to make sure that this happens, I will create a category set. Now for each I in range amount, I will get a name. So fake dot first name. I mean, I will just use any function from faker that just returns a string. Now I will need to check if name are not in the category set. Categories that add name. If this exists, which I don't need to put it, right? But at the same time, I need to generate as same as the amount number. I need to generate types as the same amount number. So if this already exists, I need to increase the amount, right? So I will go in the extra step in the iteration. Amount plus equal to 1. So after this finishes, categories underscore list would be equal to a list from the categories set. Now for each category in categories list, I will just call the categories constructor. Type would be equal to category, and this will create 10 categories. Now after that, let me also call the DB session decorator def. I will create a function called fake categories posts. We already faked the posts, right? So cat would be equal to categories.select. So this will get all the categories, and now for each post we have, so post.select, and for each one of that, posts.categories, we will create a new instance. So post would be equal to post.id, the current post we are on. You can do this as well. And category, I hope I wrote this correctly, so post categories. Yeah, I wrote this correctly. So category will be equal to fake to random element, and you need to pass a list, and this is our list. Or not a list, an iteratable data structure, and this is an iteratable data structure. So yeah, it will just get a random category for each post. Now the custom column we defined will be equal to date time dot now, because this is a date time, and that's it. So let's import these two things. In our main.python. So from many-to-many CRUD fake categories, and also import the fake categories posts, and this one we did not create yet. So we need to call them. So let me drop everything inside the database, delete, and let's call everything from the start. So fake users, this will fake users and posts, and I don't need to do this, and I need also to update the user. What I will do, I will call the fake categories and the fake categories posts, right? And let's run it. Okay, nice. I hope it's nice. So go to categories. So we have 10 categories, which is nice. Go to posts. We have 10 posts. Very nice. And the posts categories, we should also see 10 rows here, but each one of them referencing posts from 1 to 10 with a random category, which is nice. As you can see, the category of ID of 10 appears twice. So let me remove this and let me show you how we can query this kind of data or this kind of relation, the many to many. Let me show you one thing. So in Stack Overflow, there is, 4 or 5 years. How I can load data in many to many relation using PonyORM. The author of the PonyORM explains that this is not a good idea and why this is not a good idea. I will put a link in the description. You should read it. It's very informative. But I'll show you a way. It's not. I won't load it directly. We will use loops. 2 loops actually. So let's start. So on our many to many CRUD, I will create a function called get nested data at the end, and I will just print. I will open this JSON.dumps. We already imported JSON at the top, so I will dump a dictionary. So data will be equal to, for p in categories of index 1, so I'll get the first, or I will get the category that has the ID 1. Then I will go to the posts category property inside that entity. Then I will go to post. So I will get the posts for each category, for the category that has the ID 1. You can put now p here, but you need to convert this to dictionary. So let me do it. That's it. So let me call this function in main.python. This accepts the categories class and the post class for the next example. So as you can see, we have this post. If I did the categories 10, this has 2 posts, right? I don't think this will return only one of them, because this should need to be a list like this. Yeah, sorry about that. So this is now 2 posts, or all the posts that have the ID, the category ID of 10. It seems like there are 3. This is nice. It still looks very much just like Python, not like C4, which I like. So let's now say we need to go to get all the posts for each category. So json.dumps data2, let me comment this, be equal to a list. Now for each category in categories dot select. Now for each post in c dot post categories dot post, the post dot to dictionary, and let's run this. So now we get all the posts for each category. It's simple examples, but you can actually go to a next level in this example by getting the users for each post for each category. So as you can see, we now have the users for each post that has a category. I think these are, it's simple examples, but you should definitely read the documentation. It will give you more examples, but this could be like a reference point, so you can see how everything could be connected, divided, and stuff like this. But because there's some examples I did not show you. We can create max, so you can get max, group by. You can do left joins, right joins. You can create counts. You can create complex queries with this ORM, but I can't show you all other examples, since I think if you reach that point and this was helpful, you can just go and check the docs. You will understand everything. It will be pointless after this point to keep doing everything. It's really nice. I really liked it, but I will still go with SQL Alchemy because it's more famous. So if I saw a problem, someone can help me. But to be honest, it still depends on the if your project. If you are working on personal project, you want to try this, I think yeah, go for it. But one last thing, let me show you something. There is this function called SQL debug, and you pass it through, and this is from ORM, and this will give us, I mean, where this should give us the SQL code that happens, but because nothing happens, I'm not sure. Yeah, but I already tested that in earlier. It used to work. Not sure why now. Yes, because I think called it before. After, sorry. So yeah. Because I called it after. So as you can see here, you can see the queries. It's nice for simple things, but I'm not sure if they have custom loggers or anything like this, or if you can actually use logger with this. Maybe if there is a way I can record a video for it. But yeah, I think that's it.